ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're here with the first episode of this FIFA 18 mini-series, which is a little bit of a prologue to FIFA 19. So if you didn't see episode 0, you see my little press conference, my announcement, basically announced which team I was going to use for FIFA 19, which is Southampton, which is why I'm using them now. I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I've obviously explained this all in the announcement, which was part 0, I'm calling it. So basically anything that I do in terms of transfers in this series will carry on over into FIFA 19. So if I make a signing in this little preseason segment, I'm gonna then edit FIFA 19 when I start it to make those signings count. If I sell someone, it's gonna carry over. If I buy someone, it's gonna carry over. Any money that I spend, I'm gonna add or subtract from my transfer budget when we start FIFA 19. But we're starting like this is just gonna cover the preseason in this little mini series. So you see we're training a little bit. You're gonna get a little insight into who I'm going to be looking to improve in FIFA 19. Some people I might be looking for in the future. Right now, this training is for Jan Valery, you see right there, who's not rated very highly in FIFA 18, but I'm hoping he gets a little tiny boost in FIFA 19. Of course, Southampton, we got to focus on improving the youth, which is something I'm definitely going to look at more so than I usually do. We got three young players training there, Jan Valery, Ward-Prowse, and El Unisi. Now we got Højbjerg doing a little bit of dribble training. So this little series, I mean, it's gonna give us a minute to chill, have a little word about what we're planning for FIFA 19. I mean, FIFA 19 is gonna be exciting. Those little press conferences that I done in episode 0, I'm considering doing maybe every other episode when the actual FIFA 19 series kicks off. It all depends on if I get I mean, if you guys drop questions in the comments, maybe you get questions, I don't know, wherever we get them. I might do press conferences. I probably won't be able to do them every episode. It might not even be every other episode, but every once in a while, you know, I get put my suit on and shit, you know, get dressed up, look good, you know. When we looking good, you smelling good, you execute at the highest level. But again, continuing, we're getting our first look at the team right here. Højbjerg is someone I definitely want to focus on. You could tell, you can see he'll be a part of what I want to do moving forward. Højbjerg, a player I think everyone on this channel knows is a player I really like, man. From his time at Bayern Munich, there was a time where he was kind of breaking into the first team, and then it just didn't happen. Like, they sent him out on loan. After that, it never worked out. He's gone to Southampton. Southampton ain't doing all that hot, but with the team that we've got, I have no doubt we could definitely kick on. So Nathan Redmond, another player I definitely want to try and improve in FIFA. I mean, the training we're doing here in this series really has no effect because, like I said, I'm gonna change transfers and stuff. In terms of attributes, I'm not gonna make any changes to that. So this training really, I mean, it's kind of just for show, you know. I mean, I thought it would be a nice little addition for what we're going for in terms of preseason. But in this episode, you're gonna get the first match of preseason. We're gonna do the preseason tournament, and then we're gonna do a little tour, like I mentioned in the press conference. We're gonna have a tour of the United States where we're gonna play some of the American sides, go over there, maybe play some other teams. FIFA is out. FIFA 19 is out in about 5 weeks, so I mean, you're not going to see this series every day, not even every other day. Well, maybe every other day you'll see the series because we're going to try and make it continue until FIFA 19 kicks off. I'm ready for it. You see, preseason tournament, we were facing off against PSV and Eindhoven in this one. And they didn't even show the lineup, but basically you'll see throughout the game some of the players who actually got onto the pitch. It's preseason, so I mean, it's a little mix of players who I really want to see start for me next season, who I think might be important, and who I want to see just give a go. I mean, some of the younger players also. The Southampton have a lot of players, I realize. We get off to a really good start with El Unisi down left hand side, crossing it to James Ward-Prowse. And James Ward-Prowse is kind of one of them players. Not necessarily. He's kind of on the brink of one of them players I was just about to mention. Southampton have a lot of players who are like on the. It's make or break time for their career. Like, for me at least, once you hit about 21, 22 years old, you got to start making that breakthrough. You got to start really realizing your potential. And Southampton have a lot of players around that age. Jake Hesketh, one of them who was just on the ball, who are around that age, but not really good enough to break into the first team. So we're going to see how they perform. And if they're good enough, if they're not good enough, we're going to have to move them on and really start bringing through a new batch of young players. Young English players, young foreigners. I don't really care where they're from. I do want to bring through quite a bit of young English players though, because that's what Southampton tend to focus on, is El Unisi just bending it wide of the post again. But players like Ward-Prowse, Jake Hesketh, they've got Sims, Stephens, a lot of players who are making break. And pre-season, another thing that's going to carry on. However players perform in this pre-season, in this mini-series, it could decide whether they get a lot of football in FIFA 19 or not. I mean, we've got a lot of options in midfield and up front with Charlie Austin and Danny Ings and even Shane Long and Gabbiadini. Whoever's playing the best in this preseason will most likely start when the season begins. But you see right here, James Ward-Prowse did get the Man of the Match award, scoring the only goal of the game. And this is where we're going to end this little mini-series. I mean, it's going to be a short series. We're just going to most likely one game episode, maybe two. Most likely one, though. No signings in this episode. I mean, like I said, I'm going to keep the signings to a minimal. I don't want to overdo it in that sense of adding players when FIFA 19 comes off, but we might make one or two. None so far. I've got a few in mind. We'll see what we could do, but for now, we're out. Peace.